Hello, hello. Hi, beautiful people. My name is Liz, and I am about to head to the gym and wanted to come on and do a quick reading. Share a little bit about the energies I'm receiving. A lot of times I do because I'm called to go through these upgrades, and people follow. Ultimately, we're all kind of going through similar upgrades. So lots of womb healing this week. I'm seeing an eye as I'm talking about that in one of the pictures that my daughter painted. So it's like the going into the energy of the unknown to get into coherence with our higher selves, our higher truth, our higher mission. So my root chakra is being worked on today, and womb, sacral, and then the heart and throat. So just been doing lots of toning, lots of somatic breath work, and so yeah, let's see what Source has for us today. Sending the intention. These messages are finding those who need it. Please practice your discernment and take only what resonates as a confirmation for you. And I already set the protection. Oh, joyful muse, inspiration. Yeah, I'm definitely in this, just like creating more than consuming. So this is a big like inner child joy-led card, 33 or 6. Or, double threes is like the Holy Trinity, very holy, sacred number of the consciousness, and then consciousness experiencing itself, and then that turning into the third of like you, me, and consciousness, our combined consciousness. So maybe there's something to that for you about coming into this deeper awareness of your consciousness and the greater consciousness that we are all a part of. I'm noticing this plant behind my head. Yeah, even this plant is adding its energy to this reading today. A few other allies that want to add their energy today, so I'll share about that in a minute. But this artistic cat music is very welcoming, and it's like the moth wings on his eyes. I thought it was butterfly wings before, but I'm noticing now it's moth, and or it could be an owl butterfly. Actually, I think it's an owl butterfly, which I like because it's like the butterfly of transformation and the wisdom of the owl. So I like that. And I'm even noticing like a chain that looks like it's going off the side of its head right now. It's almost like a broken chain. So maybe we've broken out of these chains of feeling like we're like stagnant and unable to create and be moving from our inner child's joy. Okay, Spirit, what else? Oh, grace and generosity. And it was in the reverse, but I'm just taking that as like we're working on bringing that. And this is another 3, so we have 3 through 3 now. So yeah, this is really benevolent, auspicious energy about this generosity and grace. Like when in grace, we can receive the generosity that's meant for us. So let's hear about challenges. Let's flip right out. Okay. Jeweled web, the wall, and deep quiet. So jeweled web, connectivity. So maybe like missing connections, possibly too much stuff that is blocking our ability to receive the connections that are there. And this is something I'm also familiar with and working through, of like clearing my energy field so I can receive the connections, I can receive the messages, I can be a vessel, because there's so much out there distracting us. Like I said, for me, it's like trying to create at least as much as I'm consuming, because it's really easy to just consume online media stuff in particular, which I kind of like because it's web. Like the web is like a real web sometimes for, you know, even the best of us that like have practices of like mindfulness and focus, and, you know, even for adults, it's really tough to not be influenced by being pulled into that web of like the algorithm and getting in watching things and consuming, and it often can lead to those feelings of lack in our own lives or just distraction from our own, or you know, it's not a bad thing sometimes, but it's just being aware. Sources saying bring your awareness to that of like finding balance, like I said, like, you know, having some limits for yourself of how much you're consuming, so that you can receive those messages and the connectivity that's there and wanting to be received by you, from your higher self wanting to receive it. I'm gathering why I said that way. Okay, and then deep quiet, meditation, and stillness is another challenge. So this is also why I was feeling like there are things obstructing our ability to feel connected or receive the connection that is there, and the wall, which is obstacles. So it's like, yeah, it's tough to get still and quiet into this deep quiet when there's so much out there distracting us. And obviously, a lot of times it isn't just as simple as that. There are a lot of factors that a lot of us are sitting with, maybe stressors, maybe exhaustion, you know, all the things that maybe make us want to be distracted or have a tough time focusing. You know, it could be real like issues with safety and our relationships and in our environment. And so that makes it tough to receive when we're obstructed by all the things, all the 3D things. And let's see a highest possible outcome first, and then we'll go back and look for an adjustment to that. Okay, we got Winter's Dream, Gestation Period, and Skywriting the Fates. Oh, so yeah, it's like trusting that the lessons from this being distracted is helping us to understand. And like same with, you know, Mercury retrograde just happened, and it was like a big opportunity for bringing our consciousness to the things that we need to release from our life. And now Saturn's returning, and so it's like those lessons are going to come if we did not practice the action that goes along with the things that we learned in Mercury retrograde, potentially, if you do follow those things and are working on doing your shadow work. So it's like there's this gestation period that we're being lulled and called into to let all these things integrate. And then it's like skywriting with the fates. And there's, excuse me, maybe that's part of this, is like getting our voice. And this is a very blue card, right? The skywriting, and there's runes on it. So perhaps you excuse me, use that and use, you know, runes in your practice, your divination. And there's also like a fairy with a feather. So it's like the potential for writing and creating. And let's look at supporting energies, actually. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So yeah, it's like this abundance is like this with the benefactor, and this as both like energies present and supporting energies is just like so much abundance. Like if you can believe that we were all born abundant, right? We have this abundance, and it's like life kind of leads us to believe otherwise, because maybe we've had family that were in a financial scarcity mindset and actual like situations we had to go through that you know, our feelings of stability were very much, you know, financially made it feel like our relationship with money was kind of tense, and you know, something that money isn't good, or maybe like there's some like way, some type of attitude towards our relationship with money that can be brought into presence here to be able to connect with this. I'm feeling in my throat chakra too. Yeah, it's like trusting that our truth can bring us this, and being in line with our truth does bring us this overwhelm and plenty, overflow. Like it's already here wanting to come to us, but we have to align, we have to clear the things to be able to access that timeline and those opportunities. We have to say yes to the right things, say no to the right things. So let's check out I want to say actually I want to switch it up and do a different deck, and I may come back and read some of these, but I feel like they're pretty straightforward. Maybe just the benefactor ones, I feel like that's pretty and the skywriting. So let's just do the skywriting one right now. Let's check into that one. I'm feeling like that would be helpful to have a little clarity on the meaning of this card from the deck. Creator. So the fates, that which we cannot change, non-judgment. And so this is for our highest potential outcome, along with the gestation period, with this fairy resting. It's written in the sky that you have a destiny. You're being invited to explore certain aspects of life unique to you and you alone. That does not mean that your path will be easy, paved with gold and littered with diamonds, nor does this predict that your journey will be treacherous. It's your own, it's just your path, with parts that cannot be changed and must be radically accepted as they are. In this way, whatever you are faced with, every single aspect of your life is perfect in its imperfection, not good or bad, neither in flow nor blocked, this nor that. See your life as a series of opportunities rather than an obstacle course. Yeah, so it's all about that mindset of trusting that the challenges, the blocks, the wall is working for us, and like pausing. If we're at a wall, there's a reason. Maybe we need to pivot. Maybe we need to have a lesson, get into awareness with a lesson that we haven't quite sunk it and practiced into our, into our consciousness, and then also practice with our behavior. So once you master the skill of non-judgment, you're open to the power of curiosity, unencumbered by the burdens of yesterday's fear, as you look ahead into the potential of the future. Yes, you still need to be brave. Right now, you are facing a critical moment in time with an opportunity to meet your fate, a choice point where you expand your influence and your capacity for abundance, love, and purposeful action. Now is a moment to leap into it, whether it be a heart connection, a call to creativity, or a new identity in your work or another area of life. With all your heart and soul, your success is surely written in the stars. In order to bring your destiny to fruition, you must first jump into the adventure with both feet and do your part. I love that. So it's very much saying, like, it's in your hands of how much you're willing to jump into this potential fate. And how you can do that is getting into alignment and following the path of resonance from a heart-centered place. Oh my goodness, that's sweet. I still haven't found a liquid hydration that I like that's like not super sweet. So if you have one you recommend, comment below. Help your girl out. Because I mix it with some other supplements, and it does mask the flavor or the taste of the other ones, but it's a little sweet, a little too sweet for my preference. Okay. Hydrating may be important. Lots of, when we're moving so much energy, it's super important to stay hydrated, to fuel your body with things that it needs. And I'm getting really hot as I say that. Yeah, making sure to like cool yourself down if you need to. Maybe like looking into Ayurveda and, eating cool versus hot foods and what your body might be needing. Okay. And we're going to do an adjustment to the outcome for this like fate potential. Are there any energies that can help us source that are useful, going to be useful for this staying on path with our resonance? Okay, Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. So yeah, expressing your truth, expressing yourself, being in authenticity. So yeah, I'm getting a big like face into your fears. You know, just express, just create, just get it out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, so much of that has been part of this journey is, as my throat's also starting to go a little bit, or get a little choppy there, it's been a lot of, you know, overcoming the fear of other people's like negative, you know, interpretations of something I say, and ultimately just recognizing that all I can do is be in alignment with my truth and know that that's in alignment with my higher self. And so once you have that part solidified and you know what you're connecting in with is of the highest light, then share, express. It's important. It might help someone else on their journey. Okay. Even if it helps one person, like, that's so worth it. So that's very much my why, is not only like clearing up my throat chakra and ability to express and create, but also empowering others to do the same. And I'm also getting, like, as I was doing some breath work this week, was learning about how the throat is a gateway. And it was very much aligned with this card of like, you can have better access to support, like divine support, to help you move things through your body that are like not helpful, outdated, not in alignment, like old, you know, traumas, things from past lives, all that. Like, your team can support you the more you open your throat. This is literally a gate to letting this flow of water and divine healing come in through. So whether that's toning, singing, you know, sighing, moaning, like just letting yourself express, you know, however you are able to, can really help to get this support that wants to be here to help you move the things through so that you can be at your highest timeline and highest service. Okay. And then Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. So yeah, Source is saying, just express your truth. Know that there is no wrong path, especially when you're looking into your higher truth. That this will help you stay aligned with your purpose. And then that star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Yep, and they're going to help you heal your wounds and recharge as long as you continue to open that throat up, express your truth, and the way that is most in alignment with you. And that is how, through this gestation period, you can connect with your highest fate. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for now for these cards, but I wanted to offer a little ritual with my Mother Mary oil. So this oil was made by Mother Mary in the Ascended Masters Portal in New Zealand. And this is a group I absolutely love. I've done a few healings and clearings from them. I have a protection grid for myself, and you can also do it for your children. And that's a grid that they create with the Ascended Masters and the angels to block any ill-intended energy from entering your field. And I highly encourage it if you plan to do something like this on a platform where you're with the public, or you're just, you know, have experienced, I guess if you're just increasing your frequency especially, it's super helpful to have, because you don't have to worry about it then. You know, you can do the things, you know, help people that maybe have different intentions, and that you're protected. And then also I did a past life clearing with them last week. They're super affordable. They're wonderful. Verna, and I'm forgetting her partner's name. I'm so sorry, but like, look it up. They're great. Ascended Masters, and they have actually free modules you can get to assess the level of light in your body versus the level of karma. So I know it sounds a little out there, but just trust. If you know, you know. All of my friends that I do Akashic journeying with on co-session, they've all used their services for years and speak really highly of them. So I felt really, it felt so an alignment of like an obvious yes to go access their services. And so it's been really such a beautiful way to help me continue on my journey of ascension. So anyways, they create these oils with the Ascended Masters. So this one's with Mother Mary. And so it's to open you to receiving, giving, and being love across all time, space, planes, dimensions, and realities. And so it is. So I'm going to put this oil on my wrist. We'll put it on our major chakras, crown, third eye, throat, and sending the intention, heart, and then your soul seat, and then sacral and root. And so I'm sending the intention, and I always put it behind my ears too. Do a little pyramid action that I learned when I was in Egypt of like getting behind the ears and the third eye. So I'm sending the intention that this healing of the Divine Mother and Mother Mary reach you today to help you to hold the deepest compassion that Mother Mary does so effortlessly, knowing you are held and you are loved. And anytime you need her support, anytime you need that deep compassion, she is available to you, or any other divine feminine archetype and ascended master you feel drawn to. Just trust they're here. Trust they're here helping you in ways you cannot see or understand. Allowing, I feel that really nice as I'm trusting and opening and just like allowing myself to receive the blessings, receive confirmation birth, receive the clearings, the healings that are needed. Thank you, Mother Mary, and thank you to any and all of the masters that helped today in this reading. Thank you to your guides. Sending a little extra love for your heart and for the versions of you that you're supporting through where you're at on your journey. And so it is, and it is so. And please reach out. I would love to help you, either doing a Reiki healing session with the team that I work with, connecting with your team, or also happy and love doing a session that's more of like a timeline and oracle reading alignment session. So timeline alignment with oracle cards. So excited for all that's coming, and sending you all a lot of love from my heart to yours. Blessings.